Pedestrian fatalities have increased in the United States by 41% since 2008, according to CNBC News. After finding this information, we began to see the gravity of our issue. We saw the necessity of a crosswalk on Cerritos Street between Euclid and Notewood, so that our students can cross the street safely. Students jaywalk instead of walking to the streetlights. They must do this because of the great distance between the two streetlights, and this puts our students' lives in danger, which is why we chose this issue. We initially wanted to set up a radar detector on Cerritos, but after discussing it, we came to the conclusion that a crosswalk would be more effective, since a radar detector is only a band-aid fix, and one already exists near Cerritos and Euclid.
We encountered that the contributing factors that inhibit students from getting to school safely and on time are the crosswalks being far away from each other, the lack of safe space, jaywalking, waking up late, and irresponsible driving. After researching all causes for this issue, we decided to deal with the far distance between the two crosswalks, since this was actually something we can gain control over. We came across this website which clearly and concisely demonstrates the benefits of a crosswalk.
We found that half of the deaths that occur near school zones involve kids who are 15 or older. These statistics show how our students are at a greater risk, being that high school students are between the ages of 14 to 18. We also found that in 2006, 42% of pedestrian fatalities occurred on roads without a proper crosswalk. These statistics prove that not having a crosswalk available between Euclid and Notewood on Cerritos for our students puts their lives at risk. As two of our group mates walk to and from school every day, we were able to identify a problem with the crosswalks on Cerritos. If we take a look on Cerritos Street between Euclid and Notewood, there is no crosswalk available for our students. They must choose between walking a long distance or risking their lives by jaywalking. As we drove to school, we noticed a problem with jaywalking. We noticed that in order to arrive on time, students are forced to jaywalk, risking getting hit by a car. Those who do not jaywalk arrive late to school because of the long path they must take in order to cross the street. Students had to walk to the street light on Notewood and Cerritos or Euclid and Cerritos.
So we asked ourselves, how can we ensure that students arrive on time and safely to school without the necessity of jaywalking or walking all the way to either of the traffic lights?
We researched what, if anything, was being done about the crosswalk, but we found nothing is currently being done to address the lack of crosswalk on Cerritos. What we did see was other petitions for crosswalks on other streets.
This is why we choose to address this issue, because it is not very known and nothing is being done to address it.
We came to a conclusion that creating a crosswalk on Cerritos Street between Notewood and Euclid, just east of Hacienda Street, would help decrease jaywalking and ensure safety for our students. In order to make this crosswalk happen, we created 3 action plans.
For our first action plan, we decided to talk to a few people and ask them how they feel about our issues. We interviewed staff and students who walk and drive to and from school.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the least and 10 being the most, how safe do you feel when walking to and from school?
I'd say a 1.
I'd say 9, because I've had my fair share of almost getting run over because of jaywalking.
From walking home to school, it would be a 5, and from school to home, it would be like a 9.
How often do you witness students or other pedestrians jaywalking across Cerritos Street?
And I do drive sometimes. I see it on a regular. I see it pretty regularly.
How often are you late to school because of distance issues?
One time I had distance issues because I woke up late and I was late to school.
I always make it on time, but sometimes it's like really close to
At least 5 times a month around there.
What do you think can be done to help students keep safe around this area and also help them get to school on time?
Well, getting to school on time is how you think. You have to change your thinking and prioritize. Okay, you know you have to take, if you're walking, you know it might take 45 minutes to get to where you're walking to. So you have to leave earlier and maybe walk a little faster.
What would help you get to school safe and on time?
I feel like if they built like a crosswalk there or had someone, it'd be a lot better.
You need to have transportation, like bus, bike, car.
If there was less traffic or if there was a better transportation.
Lastly, on a scale from 1 to 10, with 1 being the least and 10 being the most, how safe do you feel while driving around this area of Anaheim?
Oh, it's 10. It's 10, yeah.
And what are your thoughts on having a crosswalk built on Hacienda and Old Fashioned Street?
It really helped. I feel a lot more safe.
It's a good idea because that means less tardies will be caused like from other students.
It's a good idea because students need to get to school on safety.
For our second action plan, we created a petition to build a crosswalk on Cerritos Street. We collected signatures to support our petition for this crosswalk. In order for our petition to make change, we had to figure out who to send it to. So we emailed Rafael Cobian, the Anaheim traffic engineer, and explained our issue. Mr. Cobian redirected us to the principal traffic engineer, Ralph Contreras, and Jamie Lay, the traffic and transportation manager from the city of Anaheim. Jamie informed us that the district is the one responsible for taking up the request for the crosswalk. Mr. Contreras offered us help to review our request for the crosswalk and offered to clarify any questions we may have. After being told that it was the district who must take up the request for a crosswalk, we emailed Dr. Egan's, the Director of Student Support Services of the Anaheim Union High School District, and explained our issue and how we were redirected by Jamie Lay to speak to the district about our request. Our third action plan consisted of making a PSA to make students at Loera aware of the issue and to get them to support our petition. We made a video and posted it on Instagram using the hashtags Anaheim City Council, City of Anaheim, and Rep. Lou Correa to inform students and staff about our issue and to get signatures for our petition. We also hung posters around school to encourage other students to sign our petition.
What's up, Saxons? I'm Jennifer Garcia.
I'm Jackie Escobar.
And our problem for our Civic project is there not being a crosswalk on Old Fashioned and Hacienda Street. From personal experience, it would be such an issue to get to school on time and safely. I would have to go all the way to Cerritos and Netwood Street just to get to school. So I feel like something that would benefit not only me but the other students who rely on Cerritos and Netwood Street to get to school on time, but there being a crosswalk built on Hacienda and Old Fashioned Street.
So please sign our online petition that is linked on the video, which will help our safety and our civic project. Thank you.